Welcome back to In Focus. Tensions between North and South Sudan are escalating in the country's oil-rich Abyei region. Here in Washington, groups from Southern Sudan have been protesting outside the White House, calling for more international pressure on the government in Khartoum to stop the violence. Yen Matthew and Ashai Arop were among those who joined the demonstrations.
We want Abyei back. It belongs to the Southern Sudan. We want the implementation of the Hague decision, the court's decision upon that. That's why we are here today. We want the world to see that, to save the lives of the innocent that are being killed on a daily basis by the Sudan's armed forces.
We are here because of the clash that's happening in Abyei a few weeks ago. And we have some of our members, family, friends who are dying this, and we cannot be quiet about it. So we want to come here to send a message to President Obama, also to the world, to know that people of Abyei, they do care about their people.
Well, now for more insight into the challenges of the future government of Southern Sudan, we're joined by Arop Deng Kuol, head of the Southern Sudan Mission to Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. Welcome to the program, Mr. Kuol.
Thank you very much for receiving me in these stations.
You're most welcome. And first, I would like to know, why is the Abyei issue being played out on the streets of Washington, D.C., to the best of your knowledge?
Well, it's not the first time that Abyei issue has been played down. If we go back to the history of Abyei conflict, it goes back to 1965 when 519 people were massacred in Baba Nusa by the Masiriya under the authority of the government of Khartoum. And in 1972, when the Addis Ababa agreement was reached, Abyei was the only area that was given self-determination to go for a referendum in 1973. That one was abrogated by the Khartoums, and the Addis Ababa agreements, those who initiated, the region who initiated, did not follow up the agreements, what has been implemented or not. And consequence of the abrogations of Abyei referendum is the one that led to the formations of the 1983 SPLA, when the government decided to launch what they call the Murahilin. They form a force unit from the police and from the army and station it at Abyei to depopulate the area, to undermine the referendum that was allotted to the people of Abyei. Yeah. What is the difference between, on the issue, the Abyei problem is not a problem between the Juba and Khartoum, but it is a problem of the people themselves who have been resisting the central government for their own rights. That their right has been violated.
Now, the reports I get from officials of Khartoum are that the people of Abyei themselves are resolving this issue through dialogue. In fact, I think last week they claimed that people from both sides, the Masiriya and the Ngok Dinka, have spoken and they're willing to resolve this peacefully. Why are you not focusing on that, and instead we're seeing demonstrations here in Washington in front of the White House?
Well, the general agreements in Kadugli, it was basically between the communities, because the Masiriya come down for the water and the Dinka allow them, they don't deny them the grazing land. But the problem, whenever that the community come into their own traditional way of resolving the issue, the Khartoum violated that. And even for the last recent attack in the area, it was the Popular Defense Force, not the Masiriya headmen. And the Masiriya lost their cattle within that battle, and they were almost turning to the Khartoum government that their livestock is getting victimized because of the Khartoum policies. But the governor of Southern Kordofan have to go down to Baba Nusa, where the Masiriya are located, and then told them that don't be angry on the Sudan armed forces. Soon, in 3 days' time, we will be in Abyei. So they are instigated to do that under the Masiriya pretext, but it is not the Masiriya who is doing the problem.
Now, what is the best solution to the question of Abyei?
The best solution had been provided in 1972 when the people of Ngok Dinka have been asked to go for the referendum because they are not feeling under, they don't have the right under the government, central government. Abyei is the only country, is the only region that was annexed to the presidency, but even became the more hostile under the president. The town was banned in 2008. by the president himself, and the president is responsible for it. It's the only area that's under the president, but the president did not manage to protect it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for providing some of the insights. Our thanks to Arop Deng Kuol, head of the Southern Sudan Mission to Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, who joined us here on In Focus.